Today we're gonna make a classic, the gin and tonic. For this drink, you're gonna need a stemless wine glass, a measuring cup, a bar spoon, a citrus juicer, a cutting board, and a small knife. This drink uses gin, tonic water, and a whole lime. This is a very well-known drink. It's one that probably introduced most people to gin, which could be a dangerous proposition. Slopping some off-brand gin out of a plastic jug into a red Solo cup and topping it off with store-brand industrial tonic water will definitely leave a bad taste in your mouth and give you the wrong impression of this drink. This classic drink dates back to the 1800s. Quinine, the distinguishing characteristic in tonic water and in quinas, was believed to be a good treatment to fight off malaria. But the story goes that it was so bitter that water, sugar, lime, and gin were added to help the medicine go down. Feel free to use your favorite gin, although it was never specified in the books which gin Bond used to make gin and tonics. I like using Beefeater. It's my go-to gin for Bond drinks, because it was one of his favorites. Most cheap modern tonic water has very little detectable bitterness in it. The bitterness is what makes the drink, and as Bond believed, the cheapest way to improve a drink is to use a quality mixer. There are several brands that make quality tonic water. Fentimans, Fever Tree, and Q Tonic are my favorites. It's cheaper by the ounce to buy a huge bottle of tonic water, but unless you're going to use it all at once, it's going to go flat and go to waste. So unless I'm hosting a party, I like to use smaller bottles. Traditionally, the drink is just gin and tonic water, with a lime wedge used solely as a garnish. In the book Dr. No, Bond made his gin and tonic this way, with gin, the juice of a whole lime, ice, tonic water, and the lime shell for garnish. And if you're going for accuracy, Bond used a Collins glass and dropped both lime shells into the drink. I like this version, but if your palate is only really accustomed to sugary flavors, I'd recommend using only half a lime. Bond's version is heavy on the sour and heavy on the bitter, but it was also a drink he made when he was alone. He wasn't the center of attention on the casino floor, or trying to convince anyone he was a gangster. So it's an insight as to what he enjoyed when the lights were off and the curtain was drawn. We're gonna build this one in the glass. We'll start with the ice. Next we're gonna measure 2 ounces of gin, add that to the glass, cut the lime in half, squeeze the juice of both halves of the lime into the glass, drop in one of the spent lime shells, give it a quick stir, pop open your tonic water, and pour it in your glass. You're aiming for about 5 or 6 ounces. As with most highballs, there's no need to measure it. It's just an approximation. And you want to keep as much carbonation in the drink as possible. And that's all there is to it. The gin and tonic. Just the way Bond likes it. Cheers. Click here for more videos. Be sure to subscribe. And check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.